talk anymore. I was only 5 minutes into my presentation. I had 20 minutes to speak. But I knew when they went, ah, like that, it was time to stop. So here's all I did. And this is sitting up there, and it says, look, thank you for allowing me to do that. I just want you to think about one thing. So I want you to think, when people come in to buy a boat from your dealership, they're buying a tool to keep their family together. They're buying something to create memories with those they love the most. So if you would like for those people to feel the same way Whitney's going to feel when she gets this card, why don't you come back and see me? Thank you very much. And I walked off. The whole room stands up. Standing ovation. Like it was crazy. So I get done, we go back to the booth. What do you think happened? We were swarmed at the booth. We couldn't handle it. I had like 3 helpers in the back, and we were swarmed at the booth. And we ended up signing up 30 to 40 of those dealers that day. It was mayhem. It was crazy. So I want to ask you a question. What was the difference between the first year and second? First year I went, did a 20-minute presentation, awesome PowerPoint and everything else. The second year I went and I did this. So I got the emotion in it. Told a story, a compelling story. But what was I focusing on? I was focused on the relationship, not the marketing. The first year I was focused on the marketing, the system. Coolest system in the world. I can show you how it works. 5 touches. I even did a return on investment. If you do this month, it'll get this kind of return on investment. You'll get this many referrals, blah, 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 blah. You'll spend this much money, but you'll make this much in incremental sales. Had it all in this cool PowerPoint. And I'll tell you what, it impressed me. It was pretty cool. I knew what I was doing. But the next year I go, and this is all I do, and everybody comes to sign up. The difference is that it's about the relationship. And I learned something very valuable that day, that was the system that I had. I had a way to teach people to use the system to create relationship, to put the emotion in. That's when I decided that I would tell the story about my brother Chris. I've been doing events all over the world, and I always tell the story about acting on a prompting. Now, that's a personal story. When I first started this business, I had no intention of ever telling anybody that story. It was personal to me. I don't want people, I didn't want to make that part of my business, but I learned that it's an important message. We got to act on our promptings every day to reach out in kindness to other people. So here we are, I don't know, since that day, we're 15 years later, 170 million cards later, people using it all the time. Let me share a couple quick stories with you. This is a story of one of our reps. Her name is Gail Zintek. Some of you may have heard her name before. She's a real estate broker out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. She uses our system to send out cards. And she uses it in a masterful way. She's got the 80-20 rule down to a science. Most of her focus is on relationship. Every once in a while, she'll sprinkle a little teeny bit of marketing into it. She has turned her brokerage business into 100% referral. When she started using us, she was doing about 25% of her business by referrals. Everything else was cold marketing. And after using our product for 3 to 4 years, she went clear to 100% referral business, selling over 50 homes a year. Any realtors in here today? Would you like to sell 50 homes a year off of referrals? Kind of nice deal. Okay? But I'm going to show you what she does. Here's what she does using the service, because it teaches the principle of relationship marketing. So she goes to networking events. Congratulations to all you. You came to networking events today. She goes to networking events, and she went to this thing called Taste of the Chamber. Chamber of Commerce put it on her local area. She goes to the Taste of the Chamber where they had 20 catering businesses that were doing a competition. They were doing a cook-off to see who was the best caterer. They had judges and everything, and everybody in the community was invited to come to this chamber, this Taste of the Chamber event, where you could come do tastings of all these different caterers. So she goes to the event, meets a whole bunch of people, and this guy right here, his name is TR. This is the guy that actually won the event. So he took first place in the event. Well, so what Gail did is she went to his deal, introduced herself to him, and grabbed his business card and took a picture of it. She walked away. What do you think she did? She built this thing called a real, physical, tangible greeting card with that picture on it, with a message on the inside. And here's what she, whoops, we're going back a little. This kind of says it. Okay, so here's the message on the inside. She's got a picture of her and her husband, and then a picture of them at, winning the event. Your food rocked the house at the taste of the chamber. No better ribs, greens, or peach cobbler. Very well earned. Thanks for sharing your goodness. We enjoyed every bite. Live today, enjoy life. Stephen Gell's Intech, the network team at Cedar Mountain Realtors. Gell, phone number, Steve, phone number. What do you notice about that message? What was she doing in the message? Who was she focused on? Them. What did she do? Celebrated them. How did she do it? Picture of them. What does she say in the message? A message about them. Now notice what she does at the very bottom. What does she do at the very bottom? She put her name, her husband's name, her company name, which happens to have real estate in it, and her phone numbers. That's the 20% marketing I'm talking about. Does that depict 80%, 20%? It's more like maybe 95%, 5%. Because she's got a little subtle thing in there that just says, this is who I am. She did not, now here's the key. She did not put that at the bottom of that message to try to sell him or get him to do business with her. She just put that on there to explain to him who she was. She sent this to celebrate him. You think he felt that? You want to know what he did with that card? He got that card. He did not know Stephen Gell's Intech, but he took that card and he hung it on his fridge. Why do you think he hung it on his fridge? It had his picture on it. Nobody else sent him. He didn't have a picture of him winning the event. She captured the picture of winning the event. He put it on his deal. So a whole year goes by. He's walking across the fridge all the time and seeing that picture. Comes time he needs some real estate services. Who do you think he's going to call? Sure enough, he does call Gail. Starts a relationship with Gail and Steve. They meet together. Long story short, he ends up buying a home through Steve and Gail. They found a home for he and his wife, who they had just gotten married. And over the course of the next 9 years, they sold, over the course of the next 7 years, they sold 9 homes from people that Kiara knew. Kiara referred 8 additional people to them, to either buy or sell a home through them. It generated over $70,000 net commissions from one greeting card that cost about $1.50. You see the power? Now there's not a better story to depict what relationship marketing is than that right there. That's the system, and that's kind of how it works. Everybody follow? Does that make sense? And that's what we're learning here today, is how to create relationships. I love the fact that Send Out Cards is a system that helps you do that. B&I is an organization that helps you do that. So I love the synergies that our two companies have together. So what you learned in here was Gell's Intech has what we call a mindset for mastering relationship marketing. And here's what the mindset is. By the way, there's another guy here, this guy that's recording right here, Jordan Adler. A lot of you know who he is. If you don't know this guy, you got to meet him. I think he's going to talk a little bit later. I don't know, something. But you've got to meet this guy, because if you want to know somebody who's master relationship marketing, this is the master of relationship marketing right here, Jordan Adler, who sent out slightly less cards than I have, but a lot of them.
93,000.
94,000 for me. 93,000 for him. I don't know if that's true or not. But yours is? Yeah, mine is too. So when we talk about master relationship marketing and creating a mindset, this guy's a master of it. Gell's Intech's a master of it. You can become a master. You don't have to use our system to do it. You just need to create a new mindset for how to create relationship marketing life. Here's what the mindset is. The world and the people in it owe you nothing. But you you owe it to yourself to give the world to people in and everything. So find out who you are and then give yourself away. That's all people want. Just give the best version of you away to other people. Be of service to other people every single day of your life. These stories are all featured in this book, Power of Human Connection. You can connect with all the stuff we're doing by whatever that says on there. And but the Power of Human Connection is a compilation of lots of stories, 25 plus stories in here from all different industries of people that have mastered relationship marketing. Not just our card system, but different relationship marketing techniques to do that. How many have a copy of this book? So that's about half of the room. All right, I'm going to do something real quick. This is not part of the plan. I'm acting on a prompting. Okay? How many of you have a send out cards account? Raise your hand. Keep your hands raised. Now, how many additional people have a copy of the book? Raise your hand. Okay, so all those people. So there's the people that, okay, now everybody that does not have your hand raised, keep your hands up. Everybody that does not have your hand raised, you know who you are, right? Okay, you all put your hands down. Those who did not have their hands raised, raise your hand. All right, so this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. You all need a copy of this book. Because see, if you're in send out cards, you can send these books out for 2 pennies. So you guys, you're covered. And most of y'all have a copy anyway. Those of you who don't have a copy, I want you to have a copy. Now normally this is the time where the guy at the front of the room does his little upsell thing. You know, hey, if you do it at the event, we'll do some kind of special event deal. It's normally this much, and now it only costs this much because you're here. Doesn't that drive you nuts when people do that? Boy, I'm giving you one heck of a sales pitch right now, ain't I? Well, guess what? Because you made the effort to be here, those of you, the last people that raised your hands, you all receive a copy of this book from me for free today. I just want to give you a copy of the book. Is that okay? Will you take it? I have no idea how I'm going to get them to you, but on the honor system, if you don't have a copy of the book, now there's 40 books here, and there were less than 40 hands that went up. So it should work out. If you do not have a copy of this book, and you're not a current member of Send Out Cards, come on up and grab a copy of the book. I'd love you to have a copy, okay? Is that fair enough? All right. Okay. So, by the way, why do you think I do that? Everywhere I go, I give away books. Why do I give away books instead of sell them?
Get back what you send out.
What you send out is what comes back. Why do you think that if you represent Send Out Cards, even if you're just a customer of Send Out Cards, so you can be a rep for Send Out Cards or a customer. If you're a customer of Send Out Cards and you have an account, you can send this book to yourself or to anybody you want as a gift for 2 cents. It's not free, it's 2 cents. We did this cute little promotion that said, give your 2 cents on relationship marketing. Isn't that clever? So we make you spend 2 cents plus shipping and handling, whatever. It's like $5 or $6. You can send it to anybody you want. So why do we do that? I can promise you, there's a lot that went into this book. I wrote every word. There's a whole bunch invested in it. I'm upside down hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this. But why do I do it? This is the essence of what relationship marketing is, because what you send out is what comes back to you. You have to believe in that program. We have a, and people think I'm nuts for doing this, okay? Now I'm going to share this with you. Now those of you, you never start a line by saying, I'm not trying to sell you anything. That's probably not a good idea. But I'm really not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to make a point here. The point is this: we have a service to send out cards that's similar to giving away a free book. Service that send out cards is you can pay $97 a month, and you can send as many greeting cards as you want, anywhere in the world, stamp included, for free. All you pay is $97 a month. You can send unlimited greeting cards anywhere in the world, stamp included, for free. Now, you business people in the room, how can I do that and make money? Can I do that and make money? If you use it the way you're supposed to, I'm not going to make money. I'm going to lose money on you. But why do you think I do it? What you send out is what comes back to you. I started this business to help people act on their promptings. I'm committed to create the simplest way possible for you to act on your promptings as often as you can. And here's what happens. If you have a prompting and you act on it, you'll get more promptings. It's like a habit. It becomes more of a habit. And you get prompted, your promptings go off more and more and more. And when they do, you need to act on them. So I wanted to create a service that allowed you to do it. There's no barriers whatsoever. You pay one fee and it covers every single one of those anywhere in the world, anytime you want. Because I believe that what you send out is what comes back to you. My goal is to enhance and bless your life first. I know that if you send unlimited heartfelt cards out every single month, you will become a master of relationship marketing, and it will dramatically enhance your business. That is my only concern. If that works for you, I believe you'll become a raving fan of what we do. Is that true? And that's what we do. We've introduced that about a year ago, and it's a highly, highly successful program for us because what you send out is what comes back to you, and you want to find ways in your own business to implement similar strategies. Give stuff away. Give it away. Give your knowledge, give your expertise, give the genius that's in you, give it away for free all the time, and you'll have more business than you ever know what to do with. That's what relationship marketing is. Is that a true statement? Yes. Okay, cool. All right, so in closing, I want to share something with you real quick. This organization called BNI, I gotta talk a little bit about BNI just for a second. In fact, I've got a little slide here. There's 5 things I love about BNI. And if you're not a member of BNI or you're somewhat familiar, I really want you to pay attention to this because I believe that when it comes to modern day networking and modern day creating relationships and implementing relationship marketing in your strategy, I don't believe there's any 2 organizations on the planet that are better at helping you to do that. One is the one I just shared with you, sent out cards. The other one is BNI. BNI is one of the most powerful networking organizations I've ever seen. Now, I want to share with you what I love. They have a philosophy called giver's gain. Giver's gain means what? You give for the sake of giving. If you show up to a networking event to give referrals, not to get them, but to give them, then the law of reciprocity will happen and you will receive them back. The whole premise of why BNI even started was that, giver's gain. Send out cards, we say the same thing. Give for the sake of giving. Detach yourself from getting anything in return. You just give for the sake of giving to people. That's what I love about BNI is because they teach and have taught since 1985 the philosophy of giver's gain. Today, way more than 1985, today that giver's gain philosophy is more powerful today than it's ever been in the history of time, right now. True? Yeah. Giver's gain. You want to learn what it's about. The second thing is it's tangible. You got to show up. We live in a technology world, and I love that you can do Zooms. I love to leverage social media, leverage technology to bring a lot of people together. You should do all that. It's really cool. But what's really cool about BNI is it's tangible. It's the good old-fashioned belly-to-belly stuff. You got to show up. You got to show up once a week. You got to meet with your people. You guys have this organization here every single Wednesday. You meet. A large chapter with how many members? 80 some odd members show up in this room every single Wednesday to give referrals to other people and to learn about networking and learn principles of business. Belly to belly, tangible. I love that about BNI. It's powerful. Okay, so giver's gain and it's tangible. The third thing is it's educational. Man, you learn a ton of stuff at BNI. I had the chance to go to the International BNI Convention in Bangkok, Thailand. And just the short time I was there, I have notes upon notes upon notes of things that I've learned there. It's very educational. how many members now?
250,000.
250,000 members, generating $15 billion in revenue on, I don't know, how many referrals?
A lot.
A lot.
Point
Several
is
million.
that
It's several
B&I
million referrals,
This is not
15
just
billion.
a place you show up and get in a round circle and sing kumbaya and talk to each other. That's not what B&I is. B&I gets you results. You know, billions of dollars of referral business generated through B&I organizations around the world. That's results. And so I can't say enough good about B&I and what they do in the world. So in closing, I just want to share with you, it's very, very important that we not only create a business, but we need to focus on leaving a legacy in our life. What do you want to be remembered by? Think about that really long and hard. How do you want to be best remembered in your life? Both while you're living and after you pass on. How do you want to be remembered? And whatever that is, you want to focus on doing that. But I guarantee you, it doesn't matter what it is. It always has something to do with helping other people. You just want to help other people. So I challenge you to